Hey, what's up? How you doing? What's up, YouTube people? Uh, just weird saying that because I'm not a YouTuber. I got. What do I have here today? I have. This isn't a review. This is kind of more of a cautionary video. But yeah, so what I have here today, I have actually 3 guitars. This is the first one out of 3. All of them have Floyd Roses, and there's something similar with all 3 of these guitars that is going to be the main focus of this video. So keep, I don't know, don't change the channel or anything if you're old. You'll know what that means. So this is something to do with the Floyd Rose that's on all of these guitars. This one has a nice, beautiful gold one. Turn volume. I haven't used a volume knob on a guitar, like this in a really long time. Just because pedal boards are a thing, and you can do whatever you want with your foot now. And, that's, you notice when I was playing that Rush song here in the beginning, flipping to my clean pickup, it kind of struggled with it because I just haven't had to do that. If you're recording, I record through Reaper. I just automate all of the overdrive to clean switching and playing live with a pedal board. You just stomp on a button and all of a sudden you don't have overdrive anymore. Playing it, I used to play it old school through just an amp with nothing on it, and I've rolled the volume back for a clean tone. Now I'm an adult. Forgot how to really work a guitar. But anyways, back to the main focus. So these Alex Lifeson Les Pauls. Oh yeah, I didn't even finish that sentence. So today, this first guitar out of 3 is the Alex Lifeson Epiphone Axis Les Paul that I almost dropped. Wouldn't be good with a Gibson family of brands product, I can tell you that. But one detail about these, they didn't ship with a string retainer, so I installed a string retainer, and I don't know exactly how I feel about that because it does permanently change this beautiful piece of wood. But something that they actually did ship with was an L4 sized locking nut, which, if you don't know your Floyd Rose kind of nut nature, the nature of the nuts, Floyd Rose nuts are numbered. There's a number 1, 2, 3. I think it goes all the way to like 9 or 11, something like that. But the numbers 3 and 4, notice that if you're shopping for a nut online, you're gonna find a lot of like R number, R this, R that, R3, R4. So the R is actually a designation of handedness. So the left-handed nuts, they still should go by the numbers, like the right-handed nuts do. And just follow the number designation with a left-handed designation, L3, L4, which is the main focus of this video, actually, because these guitars from the factory ship with an incorrect nut, an L or a number 4 nut. the number 3 and number 4 nuts from Floyd Rose, they have the same width, the same nut width, but the string spacing, I guess on their chart they include with the nut packaging, has I don't know. There's like this graph. There's a lot of numbers on it because they for each nut size they have imperial and metric, which is really helpful once you figure that out. If you don't catch on to that right away, it just looks like a bunch of different numbers in different formats, and you don't know what you're looking at. But what everyone else on planet Earth calls string spacing, and that's kind of me being facetious because, I could be the outlier here. But anyways, what is commonly called string width, the width of all the strings, they call the E to E center. I think it's width, or it could just be E to E center. But basically the string spacing, the string width within the profile of the nut width on the L3 is narrower than, on the number 3 nut is narrower than on the number 4 nut. These ship with a number 4 nut. I don't know why, but the way that they finish the frets on this guitar means they shave off like it's I don't know how to show you. If my finger was a fret and this other finger was, I guess, the material taken off, covering up the material taken off, they take off a lot of shoulder material from the frets, and it really makes the playing space pretty narrow relative to the string width on this nut, or the string spacing, the E to E center width, the space upon which all of the strings take up, which is not as narrow on the number 4 nut, which shouldn't be a problem, especially if you check like the Reddit threads or the gear page or something like that, or my Les Paul forum, whatever, wherever you get your news. It's common for people to buy like a number 3 size nut with the same nut width but narrower string spacing and put it on this guitar. Problem solved. That sounds like it would be a great option. Now, I don't know. I didn't write this out. Actual YouTubers will write scripts and stuff. I just kind of have been thinking about doing this for a while, and finally am doing it. But anyways, gonna go to the next guitar before getting to the point, I guess, to make the video longer and show you more pieces of wood. So, I don't know, cut or something. Oh! right, this is guitar number 2. This is Sawtooth STM24. I believe that's the name. Very attractive name. It's Michelangelo Badio's signature guitar from Sawtooth, and this is the one with the original Floyd Rose on it. I put some Seymour Duncans in here. This guitar is actually going away soon, so I'm going to take the Seymour Duncans out, put the original pickups in. There's nothing wrong with the original pickups, I like Seymour Duncan. But this is our second guitar, and this actually has the same exact problem as the Epiphone, the Alex Lifeson guitar, where it shipped with, I think this actually might be a different number other than 4, but you know, I haven't checked it. I don't think I've ever taken this off. But the nut itself is too wide for the neck, which makes the string spacing inherently, you know, it's just narrow enough to get your strings on the frets. But if you try and move these E's at all, they're going to go flying off the fretboard. Buying a number 3 left-handed nut, you'd think would solve this problem. I'm going to show you the third guitar now. Alright, here's guitar number 3. This is a parts caster. This is no one's signature model. It's not even my signature model. If anything were my signature model, I wouldn't have one. Anyways, yeah, so this is guitar number 3. This is just a parts caster. It's nothing particularly special. Just a guitar. It's not a guitar fetish neck. What is it? No, it is guitar fetish. No. No, it is guitar fetish. Yeah. I thought it was FU tone, but remembering now it is a guitar fetish neck. So sorry. Yeah, it's just a guitar fetish neck on one of those S101s. If anyone remembers, hey, if you remember the S101 Strats from like the late 2000s, early 2010s, the Amazon ones. I don't have headstock with me right now, but it had like an eagle and it said S101. If you remember those, just, hit the like button, and if you don't remember those, hit the unlike button. But miss and actually hit the like button, or do something. Comment and say you're an idiot. Anyways, this the neck didn't ship with the nut. This nut that's on here, which is a number 4 nut, which I guess kind of ties the whole video together. This nut was actually purchased by me, and not someone else, but by me to attempt the number 3 fix. You know, remember how I said later that the Alex Lifeson guitars ship with a number 4 nut, and a common way to solve that problem is to buy a number 3 with the same nut width but smaller, you know, narrower string spacing, so that you can play the guitar without issue for the most part. I mean, it is a Gibson family of brands product, so I mean, on mine, imagine I'm holding the Alex Lifeson guitar right now. All of the frets on the treble side were lifted so far that the high E would just, like, you could breathe on the thing, it would get caught underneath the frets. So I had to, you know, fix that. I had to finish the factory's work for them, because that's just the way that they do things at the Gibson family of brands. Gibson, comment, leave a comment, say thanks for pointing that out or something. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Yeah, so this nut I actually bought. You'll notice how it's gold, and all the other metal on this guitar is not, except for this part. This gold nut was supposed to be a number 3 replacement for the Alex Lifeson nut. But why is it on this guitar, you may ask? Well, let me answer that. Finally getting to the point. So if you're on Floyd Rose's website and you're shopping for, let's say you have a number 3 or a number 4, you want to replace one for the other. If you're right-handed, then, you know, cool, just do that. You'll notice that all the numbers, I didn't shop for any right-handed nuts, so sorry if I'm wrong in this, but as far as I can gather, if you're right-handed, you look for all the R number nuts, like an R3 or R4. If you buy the R4, you're gonna get what is it, like 43 or 42.8 millimeter, 43 millimeter nut with the number 4 with the wider string spacing. And if you buy a number 3, like an R3 nut, you know, R4, R3, you're gonna get the same nut width with a narrower string spacing. Cool. If you're left-handed, you'll notice on Floyd Rose's website that the L3 nut, which should be the same exact thing as the R3, but right-handed, is only offered in the Floyd Rose 1000 or Special Series designations. I say designation a lot. And the L4, which should be the R4 equivalent for a left-handed person, is only sold for the original line, like the kind of stuff that Michelangelo Badio puts on his guitars. That's all well and good if you're right-handed. If you're left-handed, here's the thing. I did this 3 times. This is the 3rd nut that I bought from a separate seller. This chair squeaks a lot. Needs some WD-40. But anyway, this is the 3rd nut that I bought online, because you can't find anything left-handed in person, that was listed, and from separate sellers. 3 separate sellers had a left-handed Floyd Rose nut listed as L3. When the package came, the sticker on the back said L3. When I took the nut out of the packaging, it was stamped LH43. And I think one of these was an original, and the other 2 were the more affordable, because I'm a cheapskate, the more affordable like 1000 and Special Series. No, sorry. No, the first one was an R3, because I didn't know that R and L in Floyd Roseland was a designation for any handedness. So yeah, 3 nuts. One of them was an original series right-handed nut with the correct string width. The other two were listed and labeled number 3 left-handed nuts with the LH43 and Floyd Rose number 4 string spacing. And that's what you get when you're left-handed. And this isn't the only situation where something like this happens, where the right-handed people get like everything as it's supposed to be, and left-handed people get like, oh well, kind of, you know, here's something to shut you up for wanting something. The L3 and L4, the number 3 and number 4 nuts that Floyd Rose makes, they're the same exact nut. It's just the number 3, the L3, which should have the narrower string spacing, has the exact same wide string spacing as a number 4, but it's for the cheaper model. There's nothing saying this explicitly on the website, but when they come in the packaging, that's what you get, because screw you, you're left-handed, I guess. So I guess this is like a cautionary tale. If you're left-handed and you are trying to get a hold of a number 3 string space nut, you're not going to find them. And if you do know where to find them, I mean, I've checked Goto. I think I checked another. You know, I looked pretty extensively through, you know, Google searches, which in 2026, I mean, with AI taking everything over, is kind of a shoddy thing to say. But any other manufacturer of left-handed locking nuts, if you want the 42.8 millimeter nut width, you're getting the number 4 string spacing. Nobody on planet Earth that I have seen makes an appropriately made or accurately made number 3 Floyd Rose nut. Not even Floyd Rose, who made up the rules of number 4 has wider string spacing than number 3. They changed the rules when they made everything left-handed, and they said, well, number 4 can be expensive and number 3 can be a cheap number 4. And if anyone from Floyd Rose ever sees this, and I'm, you know, not, and you think that I'm like not telling the truth, go measure your own product. You know, go measure your own product. Unless this is some kind of like packaging or sellers labeling, which would surprise me because it's 2 different sellers who would have had to have, you know, labeled the same product incorrectly in their store, which I don't think they do. You know, it would have had to be someone from the factory either packaging or labeling incorrectly. Being a left, you know, I'm 25. I'm a little north of 25, but I think I've been playing guitar about 25 years. And all that time I've been left-handed. With my experience living in a right-handed world, looking for left-handed products specifically for musical instruments, it's gotten a lot better in the last 7 years, 7-ish years. It has gotten a lot better. You know, there's things like this Floyd, you know, SE Floyd, or the Silver Sky, or just PRS in general. You know, a lot more than just a black Strat or a Sunburst Les Paul. You know, it's the world has gotten a lot more kind and forgiving to left-handed people, but still not there yet with small issues like this. In a world that makes sense, where, you know, you can go to a manufacturer's website like Floyd Rose, or look at the back of the nut packaging and look at the chart that tells you what every numbered nut is supposed to mean. I shouldn't have to discover that I have less options and there's some hidden left-handed meaning between 2 things that should mean different things, but they're just the same thing, and one thing is more expensive. I don't know if that made sense, but you know, yeah. I don't know what this video is going to be called. I don't know. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not a YouTuber. I don't have to worry about that stuff. I don't have to make some crazy thumbnail. I'm just making this video, and a couple people are going to watch it. Hopefully, a couple of those people, a couple of those couple people are left-handed, and hopefully a couple of those couple people have the same wants and issues that I have, but have not spent the money and had experienced the disappointment that I have, and maybe frustration. Maybe this can save you some time, and you can just gonna have to learn to live with having less options if you're left-handed. I mean, you could, in theory, put a right-handed, an R3 nut on a guitar that needs an L3, but it just wouldn't work right. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a YouTuber. I don't need subscribers, but still do that, I guess. Like this. If you like this video, like it. And if you didn't like this video, you should still like it and subscribe, because that will tell me that I can build a following, and then I can pursue being a YouTuber, which basically just means like quitting my job to forego health insurance and edit videos all day, and then hate it. And if you didn't like this video, and you don't like my face or the way I talk or what I have to say, then enabling me to be some YouTuber guy is really gonna ruin my life and make you happy, I guess. See ya.